Back on TYT Sports, the process. Joel Embiid is looking mighty, mighty good in his third year in the league. However, he is a rookie. Hey, rookie, welcome to the NBA. So Joel Embiid and the 76ers are winless, so that's not good. There's a lot in common between the 76ers and the New Orleans Pelicans. We're going to do a clip on Anthony Davis for tomorrow in a little bit. Both teams winless. The only difference is Joel Embiid might, through 4 games, a very small, 4 or 5 games, a very small sample size in terms of the minutes he's playing, could be staring down the barrel of having a truly great big man season. And if that foot injury has no nagging problems, again, we're talking about somebody who's been set back so much because of a foot injury, that's never going to go away. Mm-hmm. So it's always going to be in the back of your mind. I don't mean to scare any fans out of the 76ers, but I need to read this before we get into the big block that he had on LeBron James. Joel Embiid, from The Ringer, in 4 games this season, playing on a minutes restriction, Embiid has already justified the hype with a per 100 possession averages, which means literally per 100 possession, 40 points, 14 rebounds, 6.6 blocks. Why is that important? Nobody in history has ever done it. Right, so what it means is through the sample size in itself and all the advanced numbers is, in the 15 minutes, 20 minutes Joel Embiid's playing a game, he's putting up extremely efficient, rare numbers for a big man. He can do everything. He can shoot threes. He's tremendous defensively. He's quick-footed. He's good on the block. Everything, he can work in a pick-and-roll situation. He's surrounded by generally bad teammates and too many big men in Philadelphia in the first place. The other big news was, he blocked LeBron James. He goaltended LeBron James on over the weekend. However, it was fun to see because now this is a thing. The LeBron chasedown block has been part of his arsenal before Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. He's been doing it since 2005. Mm-hmm. But since that moment became so big, now everybody wants to do it to him, and everybody wants to do it to Steph Curry and Andre Iguodala and the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel bad laughing at it, but it's true. It's like you're watching like young spry guards just running down Steph Curry in a meaningless game if they're up or down by 20 points. I know the Warriors lost to the Lakers on Saturday. We do have things to do outside of work, by the way.
But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think you shouldn't have to look to a LeBron James play to be like, maybe I should be chasing back someone. Maybe I should be trying to do this block. Maybe you should be doing it all the time. But, I saw in the very first day of the NBA season, the Spurs versus Golden State Warriors, Simmons had a very remarkable play, should I say, to chase down Steph Curry and block him. That was almost LeBron James-esque. The only thing that I found really funny about this is someone found an old tweet from Joel Embiid back in 2014. I guess someone was talking to him about someone else, and he wrote, he probably DM'd me, but I don't read my DM, so I'm going to go ahead and block him, and then someone put a picture up of LeBron James with the blocked status next to it.
That's pretty funny. Joel
They pieced that together.
Joel Embiid's pretty great on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's a good man to follow.
He's the king of Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, go.
No, it was the kid looks good. The 76ers look bad, but this is what we expect, right? A play like this, you're going to take every victory from a game, no matter how small or insignificant they may be. So it's like, if you're a 76ers fan, we lost, but you see LeBron James get blocked?
There's a reason to go. Right, so first of all, I give credit. I always actually will give credit to Lakers fans because even when they were bad the past few years, they sell out their games. They continue to sell out their games. Knicks fans do the same, but we're just a miserable group of people. In terms of the 76ers, they weren't selling out their games. They're having some trouble getting fans into the stadium, obviously, because you're winning 8 games a year.
Yeah.
Right? So the fact that Joel Embiid is such a polarizing player is going to help sell those tickets, which is good. Coach Brett Brown for the 76ers, quote, "As I understand it, the minutes will not escalate until Christmas, and then it will only be judged." Brown said before the Sixers lost to the Cavs 102-101. It may stay the same by then, too. There's always judgment, a decision in relation to back-to-backs, but as sort of a cutoff minute restriction, I believe that it's going to stay at 24 until Christmas.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's willing to go higher. It's just not going to be until he gets a small Christmas present. Would be maybe you get 28 minutes or 30 minutes. There is no, and I mean no, immediate reason to rush.
Yeah.
If you're 0-6, whatever, even if you were 6-0, you don't make Joel Embiid's minutes go up. You have to follow the the formula. You have to follow the process. Yeah. Make sure that he gets the right amount of minutes to adjust to an NBA season because halfway through the season, he's going to hit a wall. Happens to every single rookie. They play more minutes than they ever had in their entire life up until that point in their career, and you hit a wall. You get tired.
And he's going to get another Christmas present, we imagine, depending how quick they rush him back, with Ben Simmons. But I would think so, maybe after January.
A month after,
but it just, you want to see, I think that's another reason why people are going to come to watch the 76ers. And I was a little harsh. Like, they looked to compete with the Cavs and to take them to that extent. You deserve credit for that. This is a team that I largely consider still probably the best team in the NBA. So I think there is a lot to look forward to for the 76ers. Of course, it doesn't really transfer well when you're still winless at the start of the season. Like, you can be so optimistic, but if your team's still not winning, it's hard to continue that optimism. But when you have a player that's coming in who's been touted as the next big thing, with a player that has seemingly taken to his role now as a good player in the NBA and is performing well and getting you excited, that combination is going to get people in the building. Like you mentioned with the Lakers, they were horrible. They were god-awful at times,
really
but
bad.
People will still, like, not just, like, you can have an awful team that can still be enjoyable to watch at times.
Yes.
And still have the kind of fundamentals
I say that
were
about
Lakers basketball.
To me, that's like, I don't. The Phoenix Suns are a bad team. They're not a good team by any measure. Devin Booker is a watchable player.
Yeah.
You want to go and watch that guy play. He could be a perennial scorer for all we know, and he continues to get better. So there's reasons to watch certain games. I'm pulling up the 2014 draft for an important reason really quick, Francis, because that was the Jabari Parker draft, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid, all these guys that were touted as like who should be the number 1 overall pick. Now, Andrew Wiggins was taken number 1, right?
Oh, that was a Wiggins year.
Fair. Number
was
one
it Kimball
overall
Walker?
pick.
Was that the year
No,
before?
that's a little bit after, not way after, but a little bit after, right? But it includes Joel Embiid, and the reason I bring it up is because the first ever clip I ever did in my life with glasses and a hat sitting outside that you had to film with Haas, I said these exact words. If it wasn't for his foot injury, Joel Embiid is easily the outright number 1 pick in that draft because he's easily the most talented and had the most upside because of everything he was able to do. Go back and watch his Kansas highlights. Jesus Christ. So him and Embiid, Wiggins, obviously Wiggins was, if it wasn't for the one and done rule, he was going to go right out of high school.
Yeah.
But Wiggins turned out to be fine too.
Turned out to be all right.
Yeah. Jabari Parker, he's still up for
He's
debate.
in the booth.
Aaron Gordon, Marcus Smart was a good pick in that draft. Julius Randle's obviously playing off pretty well so far. Doug McBuckets. Zach LaVine didn't turn out too bad in terms of the dunk contest. Rodney
Is that how you're
Hood.
valuing it now?
Yeah.
He did well in the dunk
And
contest.
Bogdanovich.
But a quick tidbit on the Lakers. What do you think? I watched that game. It was very enjoyable. I was really, really intrigued.
I love what I see out of Luke Walton. I love that offense has movement. I like that everyone has the green light to shoot besides Timofey Mozgov.
I like that they're getting back on defense as well. Like that's one of the main
that's
things.
That's a big thing. They're undefeated at home.
Yeah.
They're 3-0. They're protecting their home court, which is great. I think this is the same thing. We saw when the Warriors are on, they cannot be beat. But if they are slightly off, they can be exploited, especially down low.
Do you think Luke Walton gave a little whisper and Steve Kerr's here at the end being like,
got him. Don't forget, it's also a huge advantage for the Lakers, given the fact that you're talking about a guy who was their assistant coach.
yeah, of course.
He knows their
That is
game
the
plan.
epitome of inside scoop.
So no, we don't just cover the Warriors when they win. We just have things to sometimes do on the weekend that don't involve getting to the studio. So, sorry guys.
Yeah, that's why I do the Sunday sit down from home. What about maybe the
Saturday afternoon.
The Saturday
couch.
Yeah, you'll be on the couch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be on the couch. I was going to say something that rhymed with tip off, but what's the point? What's the point?
What's the point? Comment below, like, favorite, subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. We'll see you next time.